Hi guys, this is Abe Olandres of Yugatech, and today we're going to share with you what we think about the new Dell XPS 13. Let's go! This is a new work laptop we recently bought from our last trip in Singapore a couple weeks back. Since then, I think we've had enough time with it to tell you what's great about it and why we chose it as our new primary work laptop. The first time Dell introduced the XPS 13 was a couple years back. It already drew a lot of attention by creating a 13-inch laptop that fits in an 11-inch body. It's a differentiator that they practically owned up until now. Almost 3 generations later, the XPS 13 is still one of the most beautiful ultrabooks you can buy right now. The exterior is made up of aluminum alloy with a brushed finish, while the interior is covered by durable carbon fiber in a smooth matte finish. This provides the XPS 13 with a solid construction but in a light net weight, making it lighter than a 13-inch MacBook Air. 2 long strips of rubber paddings at the bottom provide good grip and stability while raising the chassis above the surface to allow for better ventilation and airflow. The ventilation grill runs along the corner end, while all the markings are hidden inside a metal flap in the middle. How cool is that? 6 screws are peppered around the edges, and a 7th one is hidden inside the flap if you want to open up the insides of the chassis. While the RAM module is soldered into the motherboard, one can actually replace the SSD module of the laptop. The model that we got is the 9343, which comes with a 5th generation Intel Core i7-5500U with a base clock speed of 2.4 GHz dual-core processor and 8 GB of RAM. For storage, there's 256 GB of really fast SSD. The new model that was released a couple weeks ago comes with the newer 6th generation Intel CPU, but very little has changed in terms of the design. There are 2 USB 3 ports, a Thunderbolt port, and an SD card reader. The 3.5mm headphone jack also serves as a mic jack. What's really nice here is that Dell also added a physical battery indicator on the side, so you'll have an idea of how much battery life is left even if the laptop is turned off or in sleep mode. Just how many times you boot up or wake up your laptop only to discover that the battery is almost completely drained. Inside, the keyboard layout is well placed with the keys spaced just right. The keys are backlit and you can set the brightness in 2 levels or completely turn it off to save on battery. There's enough lift and travel to get a good feedback when typing. Trackpad has a glass surface with a generous size that's about a third of the area of the palm rest. It's smooth and responsive, very easy to use, and comparable to the sensitivity of the trackpad of the MacBook. It's one of the best trackpads around in any Windows laptops we've tested so far. Dell's claim to fame with the XPS 13 is the infinity display. The entire panel is covered in Gorilla Glass and the bezels are so thin that nothing comes close to it. The low-end models have a full HD resolution, while the high-end ones like this one comes with 3200 by 1800 pixel screen resolution with touch capability. The only compromise they had to make with this was placing the webcam at the bottom corner of the panel instead of the top middle corner where it's normally placed. It's not a big deal for us, but to those who are always making video calls will find the angle of the camera a bit disconcerting. Performance is impressive with the Intel Core i7 getting a boost of up to 3.0 GHz when needed. The generous amount of RAM provides better multitasking experience and becomes more beneficial when doing a lot of video or photo editing. The Intel HD Graphics 5500 can handle a lot of games, but don't expect great performance or high-level graphic settings. Operating temperature is moderate and is mostly concentrated on the upper middle corner, minimizing the radiating temperature from the keyboard and the palm rest. The laptop operates relatively cool, but in times where it heats up at the back portion, it quickly returns to normal operating temperature once you rest it for a few minutes. Battery life is excellent, with about 8 hours on a single full charge. If you have to work it a bit harder, the battery goes down to about 4 or 5 hours. And when you do some gaming, battery is further reduced to about 2.5 hours or thereabouts. So far, we're pretty satisfied with it and have not had any complaints since we first used it. Just to wrap things up, here's why we like the Dell XPS 13. It's thin and light. It has a really nice design with the metal and carbon fiber treatment, the infinity display, gorgeous Quad HD, touchscreen, and almost no bezels. And lastly, great performance. If there's one thing would be nitpicking about it, that would be the placement of the webcam, which is on the lower left corner of the display. We don't use it very often, so that's not a bit of a problem. That's basically it. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you love it, go ahead and subscribe to our channel so you get updates on more videos in the future. Once again, this is Abel Andres, and see you in our next video.